Hey guys, Supernomal here, and welcome back to Rogue Galaxy. Now, as I mentioned last time, I fully explored as much as I could. As you can see, pretty much all of Vedan is explored except for this middle path, which leads to somewhere that I cannot go yet because there's an invisible wall there. But I'm finally down here, the arrow's pointing down this way, so let's move on. Oh, I already see a door.
Similarities. Myna's got it rough.
Are you taking a train to another section? Interesting. South Myna Station. Okay.
Gale, I can't let him get away with this.
I can't read that. No, this kind of looks like Korean. Okay. Oh boy. Not this again.
I never thought I'd be ending it like this with you.
Obviously, I'm taking that train. Okay, let's explore. Okay, let me see. I need to train this side. Wait a second. It doesn't look like there's any treasure chests. This one needs Alright, where's that door? Right there? Where are we going? Is this taking us straight to the mines? Is this a train that miners take to go to the mine? Yes. Rock Belter Mine Station. Oh my god. It sure is. Here's nothing. Oh, I am gonna make some mines out 2 feet ago. So, calm down. Ooh, the treasure chest changed. Okay.
Gale, I can't let him get
Plain
away
God
with
Stone. Nice. Lapis Lazuli. Lazuli. When I was younger, I used to pronounce it as Lapis Lazuli. Yeah, see, I just gotta make sure no treasures. Don't want to miss anything. Because I'm not gonna come back, that's sure. The only way I'll come back is if there's just a flash for Stars Hierarchy. But I'm probably gonna look up like locations of treasures with those certain keywords. I got all over again. With like, where's treasures?
All this running reminds me of military drills.
Ruby. Alright. Rock Belter Mine. I remember when I had owned this game originally the first time, I had left the game on my PS2 and I had went out to eat with my mom, and when I came back, my this disc wasn't on top of my PS2 anymore. It was all the way in the kitchen in my house. And it turned out that my cat had dragged it from my PS2, from the top of my PS2 to the kitchen. There were scratch marks all over it, and I could never get past this scene. This scene always froze.
Halt! Time for a shift change.
Huh? Haven't seen you around before. You new?
How do you not know who
Haven't you
Devo
heard?
is?
We joined the drilling team yesterday.
It checks out. Alright, go on in.
But yeah, I can never get past the scene, and the game just always froze as we walk. And for the longest time, I never knew anything past this part in the game. I never knew what happened. It took a long time before, because, you know, I was in middle school. So, you know, no job and barely an allowance. Probably got like $5 a month or whatever. It took me a very, very long time for me to save up enough money to get Rogue Galaxy again for the PS2. And that second time around, I never actually beat the game. I got all the way to like probably like the second to last chapter, and then I just stopped playing. I don't know. Mimic. I tend to do that with a lot of RPGs. I get to the ending and then I like lose motivation. And there was for a long time there's a lot of RPGs that I owned that I just never, wow, okay, that I just never knew how it was supposed to end. And then there's certain RPGs, like in most of the Final Fantasies, where I had gotten to the very ending, beat the game, and then next time around when I, you know, played it all over again, I would get to like the last area and then I just stopped playing because I was like, I know how the game ends, I don't need to beat it again. That happens a lot with Final Fantasy 9 and with Final Fantasy 10. I get all the way to Xanarkand for Final Fantasy 10, and I get all the way to the last part in Xanarkand where, you know, you go and fight Unalesca, and, you know, I'll defeat Unalesca. I'll defeat her. And then, you know, you go, after all those things happen, you learn about what Tidus really is and such. And, after that, you're supposed to go and fight, Sin. I never fight Sin. For some reason, I just never go and fight Sin. And the few occasions that I do go and fight Sin, I like get all the way inside Sin and everything, and I do all of the exploring. I go and get every treasure chest, and I get right into the very ending of the last dungeon. Before, you know, even after fighting Seymour one last time, and I go and to the last area when it's like, you know, this is your last chance, you know, with a save point. I think there's a save point there. I don't know. It's been a minute since I played Final Fantasy X, and I never get past that part. Even with the PS4 release, I have not beaten the game yet. I'm like super close to platining it, and I have beaten it only because I just got too lazy. I was like, I know how Final Fantasy X ends. I also got tired of grinding because I'm trying to go and, like, you know, finish everything in the battle arena, and to completely fill out my spirit grid so I can go and do other stuff. I can't remember what needs to be done in Final Fantasy X. And I played that game so many times. It's been so long since I even touched the PS. No, I haven't for the PS3. That's it, not the PS4. I should probably go and probably buy the PS4 version so I can do a cross save and not have to worry about using my PS3 anymore. It's a Salt Vulcan. That needs a Heavy Vulcan. Guardian 44, that can go to that. But the same as with Final Fantasy 9. I get through everything. I get so excited playing Final Fantasy 9. Especially, the game gets so good after you get through, like, Lindblum. In my opinion, when you and the main characters, Zenon and everyone, like, splits up, or I shouldn't say split up, because Dagger and Steiner leaves on their own at one point. When that happens, oh wait, which way do I go? I'm going down. It's below a level. That's a dead end. Can I get back up here? No, I can't. I'm gonna come back for that treasure chest. But like in Final Fantasy 9, when at Lindblum, when Dagger leaves their group, after knocking everyone out, I mean. Ooh, Shell Knights. Come on. There you go. And the groups are split up. I think that's when it gets good, because you go to Burmecia and you fight Kuja for the first time, and you know, Dagger does her whole thing and she gets kidnapped and sent back to Alexandria. I think that's when the game really picks up for me, and it gets so exciting, and I love playing it up until the very point where you get sent to Terra. When you go and explore Terra, I love that part because I love the music in Terra, and fighting in Brand Ball, and then you have like all the boss fights back to back in that area. I love that part. It's like one of the best parts in the game. But the minute I return back to Gaia, I lose all motivation to finish the game and to grind out to buy all the items, to all the weapons, I should say, because I hate grinding in video games. I really do. And
Myna's got it rough.
This place is huge. I barely ever finished Final Fantasy 9. I probably have finished completely. Like, I mean, final boss and everything, you know, including the boss after Kuja. I have beaten Final Fantasy 9 probably 5 times since that game came out. In was it Final Fantasy came out? Final Fantasy 7 came out what, like 97 or whatever?
Sorry.
And then it had to be 97 is when Final Fantasy 7 came out. I don't know when 9 came out. Probably 2000, but I've probably only beaten that game 5 times since its original release, because I have the original game for the PS1. But the amount of times that I played Final Fantasy 9 is a whole nother story. It is my favorite Final Fantasy, as I've mentioned before. And I have
trouble getting through here.
its replay value for me is amazing. Probably once a year I start that game. If not once a year, every other year I find myself turning on the PlayStation 1 at one point, the PS2 at one point, the PS3 at one point, the PSP at one point. I have turned on whatever system Final Fantasy 9 was on at one point to play it at least once a year. If not once a year, every other year. Trust me on that one. I love Final Fantasy 9. That's why I was so excited when they released it for the PS4, the Steam version, the elevator. I believe this is where I obviously have to go.
The great tablet is deeper in.
Yeah?
Core.
At the core, okay. Thanks, Diego. So now I know I can definitely explore. Well, the game is like that. Final Fantasy 7? It's hard to say. Have I done that with Final Fantasy 7? I have done that with Final Fantasy 7. Oh, come on! Let me... Jesus. Oh. There you go. Took me forever. I think I've done it for Final Fantasy 7 as well. I would get to all the way to the ending. My favorite part of Final Fantasy 7 is when you go back to Midgar to infiltrate Shinra. I love that because, you know, you've gone through it in the beginning of the game and then having to go through it again all over to go and talk to Hojo, ultimately leading to some of the best boss fights in that game. I mean, like the last battle you have of Reno and Rude and Elena, unless you go to like the sunken ship afterwards or before that. No, because if you go to the sunken ship after Midgard, then they won't be there at all. I'm getting confusing myself on the storyline of Final Fantasy 7, but I love it. I love getting to that part, but once I Siren's Nails, I have that. Once I get to the moment where I get out of Midgar and I have nothing left but the northern crater. There isn't much for me to do anymore. I mean, you have the secret bosses to handle. You got the rest of the whole Chocobo side quests. I mean, there is a lot to do, but I just lose. Oh, there's no way I can do this well. Jesus. Yeah, I'm trying not to get hit. Going to the Northern Cavern in Final Fantasy 7 is always such a daunting task, having to go through all that, getting split up from your group. Well, not getting split up, but I mean, you're forced to split. Half of them goes to... Dang it, I messed up. Half of them goes to like the west path, the other goes the other path. I mean, you get a lot of nice items, and this is probably one of the best places to grind. But just to the point when you meet up with all your allies again to go and fight Sephiroth, it's just a treasure chest. That was Leslie. I have done No, actually, for Final Fantasy VIII, I have never done that. I have always completed Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, like, if I get always to the ending, then I always do complete it. Final Fantasy VIII is not one of my, well, it is one of my favorites, but it's not, you know, I prefer 7 and 9 and 10. And I do prefer 15 over that too. Not saying that Final Fantasy VIII is a bad game, because it surely is not, but so confused about where I'm going. Every time I play Final Fantasy, I did play it to completion. I could definitely say that for sure. I've only played Final Fantasy 15 once, so I played that completion. To completion, I mean. I'm close to platinum that, I think. I just gotta grind. Ugh. And fight the Animantis. Ooh, let's see his Burning Strike. That's cool looking.
I knew we were gonna win.
What's another game I tend to play a lot and never complete? Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud 2 by Level 5, same company that made this game, Rogue Galaxy. I've never beaten Final. No, I have beaten Dark Cloud 2 once in my life. But Dark Cloud 2 is such a very grindy game. It's so grindy that to the point that I just get tired of playing it. I really do. And so I've only beaten the game once, and then every subsequent playthrough I get only halfway through the game before I get tired of just going through every single level and like doing unnecessary stuff in that game. But it's such a good game and the music is so just on point.
All this running reminds me of military drills.
Any other RPG? Can't think of any other RPG that I've played almost halfway through, close to the ending, and never actually beat the game because I got tired of playing.
I have no pity for those who obstruct.
Honestly, if I wasn't recording this for my channel, I probably would not have beaten Rogue Galaxy, or not beaten it, but I probably wouldn't gotten this far at this point in time because I love Rogue Galaxy too. But when I play an RPG so much, the same game for so long, I tend to lose interest in it. And I need to take a break from the game, except that break is like almost half a year. It's a miracle that I'm still even playing Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. I am very close to planning that. I just actually have to literally beat the game, which I probably will do sometime on my own next week during my break at work, because I work at a job where on Tuesdays and Thursdays my break is long enough that I can bring my PS4 with me to work. And because where I work is also where I record these videos. In my office, I have the whole setup where on Tuesdays and Thursdays I have a full, my break is from like 1 to almost 4 o'clock, so I have like almost 3-hour break on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so on those days, because I'm the only one in my office, how do I get down there? Interesting. Let me jump up. There you go. I'm the only one in the office on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have the option of bringing my PS4 to work and using my monitor in my office to play. And I use that time to play Final Fantasy XII. And thankfully, I get to play that game for like, 2-ish hours. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have not lost interest in Final Fantasy 12. I'm almost itching to play that game every chance I get. Because I'm like, oh, I gotta do so-and-so. Oh, I gotta go beat Dr. Sid. Oh, I gotta go beat Vane. And, you know, I know there's a couple more, what they're called, hunts to do. But if I didn't have that kind of job and just played the same game over and over again every day or on the weekends, I probably would have gotten tired of Final Fantasy 12 super early. I'm very thankful for that. Final Fantasy 12 is great. I didn't really care for it much when I was young. I actually really did not like Final Fantasy 12 when I was younger. I didn't like the battle system. I didn't like the storyline was confusing because I don't know what. The characters and their accents was confusing for me as a child. But as I've played this international version, this re-release for the PS4, I've gained a new appreciation for the game, the storyline. The storyline, it's still a bit confusing, but I do understand it a bit more. There's a new, like I said, there's a newfound appreciation for Final Fantasy 12. I like this. I do like the battle system a bit more. I understand it now. I mean, when I played the game, I was what, high school, I think. And I'm now, you know, I've graduated college and I, you know, have a job and everything, and I can really do appreciate. I don't have any more weapons for him. Appreciate what Final Fantasy 12 had to offer, and I'm very happy that they released it for the international, you know, version. They released it for the PS4. I need a tri-hill. Like, I don't have a tri-hill. Oh, great! I don't have anything. What the heck? Jesus, let me out! The save point is right there. There are a lot more games I do want to play though, that I want to showcase on this channel. But I have to figure out what games that I don't mind playing and recording. Oh, wait, huh? Meanwhile.
This is terrific!
What is it? How come you're so excited?
The mines under the surface of Vedan go for miles and miles. They might even go all the way to its core. I never dreamed such a place even existed. There are lots of other planets, aren't there? Gosh, space is so incredibly exciting. I want to visit every planet there is and see them all.
There's nothing stopping you. You can go anywhere you want. You have plenty of time. And it's all thanks to Steve, of course.
Okay, that cutscene like literally came out of nowhere. But I forgot that quick what I was talking about. But with that change of scene and such, I'm gonna have to end it here, you guys. I ran out of time. So please like this video, drop a comment, share it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!